Hi, this is Kona, and I'm going to go over some course setting information with you. So first of all, you'd want to be in your course, and then so you can see I'm on Biology 201, and then you would want to go down and click on your course settings. So once you're in course settings, the main things you need to look at are going to be starting with your start and end date. In general, your start date is going to be the first day of the semester, but it's always good to double check this. There have been times when things have gotten kind of mixed matched or crossed and the start date has not been the accurate start date. So double check that this is the first day of the semester. In addition, you might want to start your class early. So what if you want your students to have access a little bit earlier than August 22nd, so the first day of class? You can click on the calendar, select any date you want, or you can just kind of come back over here and you can change the date to whatever you want here as well. In general, we would like to say that we don't recommend you starting the class after the first day of semester. In that case, just don't publish your course. But in general, try to keep it as the first day of the semester or before. Now for the end date is normally going to be set at the last day of finals. So technically it's probably the last day of finals for this would be December 16th. And so technically this ends 17th at 12 a.m. So midnight of December 16th. If you need students to be able to submit work after this date, you need to go in and extend this out. So students will still be able to see your course and their course content, but they will not be able to submit anything after this date. So just keep that in mind, and if you need to extend it out, just click on it, extend it out, or click here, you can extend it out. Please leave this box checked. I'm not going to go into a bunch of details, just please leave the box checked. Trust me on that one. Language in general, leave the language alone. Enable course grading scheme. This is probably in your best interest to enable a grading scheme. So here you can see the normal grading scheme, 90, 80, 70, 60, but here, because we've got a special anatomy and physiology grading scheme, she's got it set to 65. That's completely, whatever your grading scheme is, that's fine, as long as it matches what you have in your syllabus. Otherwise, if you want to select another grading scheme, we've got the traditional one, which is the 90, 80, 70, 60. These are special ones that the instructors set up themselves. And then you've got the health professions grading scheme. So for now, I'll cancel and leave this instructor's grading scheme alone. But you'll definitely want to enable a grading scheme. The grading scheme is what allows students to see that they got an A, B, C, or D, or F. If you don't enable a grading scheme, they will only see a percentage. They will not see the A, B, C, D, F. In general, you do not want to check any of these visibility boxes. Just kind of leave these alone. You want to leave this box checked, that restricts students from viewing course before start date. Please leave that one checked. If you don't, that will give students pretty much free access into your course, regardless of what these dates are. So leave this one checked. Now, the one that you might want to consider checking is this one, restrict students from viewing course after end date. So what this one actually does is that after this course end date, students will still be able to access your course. So they will be able to see the course, they will be able to see their assignments, they will be able to see the discussion. They will not be able to access quizzes. They can see the quiz, but they won't be able to actually see the quiz questions, their responses. So basically, it's kind of like a read-only state that the students will have access to. If you do not want students to be able to have that level of access, so you just want the course to go away, them not to have any access at all to the course, you can check that box. So if you check that box, then as soon as this date hits, students will not even see that the course exists any longer. So that is completely up to you whether or not you check that box. I do know in general students like to have access to the course after the end date, but it's up to you to decide. If you scroll down, go to more options. Here's some that you probably want to mess with. You probably want to let students attach files to discussions. You probably don't want students to be able to create discussion topics. You probably don't want to let students edit or delete their own discussion posts. And you probably don't want students to be able to organize their own groups. The rest of these are kind of up to you, but just kind of make sure that you've checked these out and decided, do you want students to see the grade summaries? And that's actually, you do want that, because otherwise students don't get to see their total grade in the class. But maybe you don't want to see the grade distribution, because this way the students would know, hey, it looks like everyone in the class failed this test. Well, then you can check that box. But it's completely up to you. I'll go ahead and check that back for that instructor. And now we're going to go back up to the top and look at these sections. Here, you can just kind of see the sections that are combined into this course. Need complete orientation just means that the students haven't completed the orientation and that they still need to. Now, navigation is important because this is where you set what links over here are visible to students. It's really easy. You can just drag and drop what you want students to be able to see. I will say that students, get back up here, cannot view attendance. So when you enable that, it just allows you to take attendance, but students can't see it. But otherwise, students can see all of the rest of these. Okay, apps and feature options, just something that you can play around and check out, but it's not something that I'm going to go into detail with. So back over to course details. Okay, so then working our way down the buttons. Student view is what you click if you want to be able to actually view the course as a student. So let's say you think you've got your course done, you want to check it out and see, hey, is my course done? Is it ready? That would be student view. Course statistics is going to give you information about how many files you have uploaded to your computer or to your course. It will tell you information about how much storage you're using. It's just some general statistics about your course. The course calendar will literally just take you to your course calendar, which is kind of over here. Conclude this course. Please do not ever click on this button. Just please don't click on that button. It literally will conclude your course, which means students will not have access to your course any longer. So please don't, just never use that button. Import content into this course. This is a really important one. This is how you would actually get content into your course from a previous semester. So if you're trying to copy content from one semester into the next, this is the button you're going to use, but we go into more detail in a different video for that one. Export course content. The only time you need to use that is if you want to create an actual file of your course content. You do not need to click that button to actually move content from one class to another. Another button you do not ever want to click is the reset course content. Reset course content will literally clear your entire course, like your course will be gone. So the physical shell of the course will be there, but the literal all content will be completely stripped out of your course, including any student content. So please, unless you accidentally uploaded the wrong course or you really do want to start over from scratch, please don't click this button either. So just be aware of that one. Now the validate links and content, that is actually a really, really awesome button, because by clicking that button, you can actually check all of the different links in your course. So you would want to, this would be a good button to check and use. You then just get some basic information here, and when you're done, click Update Course Details. So that's pretty much it. You've learned all about the course settings, and I hope this has been informative for you. Thank you.